something I've been talking a lot about, I've been doing a lot of research with this personally, I've been shopping it with ChatGPT, is figuring out how Sauce Daddy can get involved with other business sectors. Days like this, rainy days like this, always remind me that as much as grateful as I am for farmers markets, that really was a turning point for the business. We can't rely on them as a cornerstone, because when it rains or when it's too hot, we don't make money. Anything that's dependent upon the weather cannot be a cornerstone of your business. And even beyond that, we're really trying to get past this ticky-tack trade time for money thing that we're in. And we've been able to separate ourselves from that a little bit already. Before, I was trading my time for money. I was the person in the booths selling the sauce. Hey, would you like to try a sauce? We're selling bottles of sauce, 1, 2, maybe 3 bottles at a time. Now I have people underneath me that are working my booths for me, but I'm still trading time for money. Now it's just someone else's time. I want to figure out how Sauce Daddy can make money without involving farmers markets, without involving events, without going to restaurants or retailers. None of the typical, hey, we're a food product, let's do food stuff, business sectors. I'm over that. Something that I think about all the time is whenever I go on vacation with my family, I'll walk into a hotel, right? Let's say you're at the Marriott or the Ritz or whatever. You'll walk into the lobby, you'll see artwork on the walls, couches, whatever, and it always strikes me. I'm always like, where? Oh wow, that's crazy. I've literally never seen one of these before except in Grand Theft Auto. These are real things. That's crazy. 90,000 pounds. Oh, that must be the weight limit. That is insane. That's so cool. I can't imagine driving. Oh, I see it. I see the cockpit. That is so crazy. I wonder how much that costs. Now that's a return on investment, baby. That's cool. But anyway, I'm always struck by, where do they get this stuff? Where do you even go to find these things? You go in the elevator. Let's say you're on the 5th floor. You come out, you see this green chair. And I'm always like, this is a business, right? It's like when you go to a casino in Las Vegas. Everywhere you go, they have the same thing in there. They make it for conformity. It's not like they've got a different layout on every single floor. It's a hotel. You know, that same chair that you're seeing on the 5th floor is on the 2nd floor, the 13th floor, the 30th floor. And not just that, they're going to be in all their locations, probably in the Southeast, wherever they have a hotel. So that whoever makes that chair sold 500 of them to the Ritz, all in one go. And you know the Ritz doesn't give a fuck. They're a multi-million, probably billion-dollar company. They're just saying, fuck it, we need something to put on the walls. We need a chair. I don't care. It's $2,000 for the chair. Just write the check, man. We have to make 30 new hotels in the next year. I don't care. Or at least that's what I'm assuming. But that's what I want to tap into for Sauce Daddy. Large bulk orders from clients who don't care because their marketing budgets and margins are so astronomical. Not only that, they want something expensive. They sell premium experiences to their clients. So the fact that my product is premium and costs a lot, it's actually a plus for them, because they get to go to their clients and say, look what I have brought you. Look at the experience that I've given you. You know? So how can I emulate that with Sauce Daddy? That has been a goal of mine. That's been the target of a lot of my personal research recently. I've been talking about it a lot to ChatGPT, I don't know if that's sad or not. I should probably have some kind of, friend or business partner that I can talk to instead of a fucking computer, but it's getting the job done, baby. And yeah, and I think we need to reread Blue Ocean Strategy. But I think a great target, or at least my next target personally for the business that would fit within that sort of goal that I just described, is real estate. I think real estate, custom home builders, specifically realtors and realtor groups, would be a great target for Sauce Daddy. So that's the goal. And I think that it's a great pitch. I think it's a great pitch, and I think that is something that would make sense to them. What makes you guys any different from anyone else? What are you doing as a realtor group that's different from anyone else? You're giving out the same business cards, the same branded pens with your logo on it. You're spending how many thousands of dollars have you spent this month on pens and notebooks that they're just throwing away? What do you do when you get a branded pen from someone you don't know? It's in the trash before you probably get to your car. Let's give them something that they will enjoy. Let's give them something that they've never seen before. Let's give them something local. Let's give them something memorable. Let's give them something so when you give it to them, they start picturing themselves in living and using the house that you're showing them. We're the #1 hot sauce in Huntsville. They're gonna go home, they're going to use this sauce, their eyes are gonna light up, and it's gonna be because of you. It's a dopamine hit with your name on it. Every single time they use this sauce, they're going to think of you and the home that you showed them. And I don't think that's something that they'll be able to find anywhere else. Let's give them something that they can find anywhere else. They're gonna think of you, and I'm gonna make sure that they think of you, because I'm gonna put your name on the damn bottle. I might even put your face on the bottle. Just some kind of, kind of white label sort of operation, potentially. A little inspirational quote that will lead them to maybe give you a call. I think it really will create leads for these people. This isn't just something that I'm saying so I can sell sauce. I really do think that this is going to sell someone a house. I really do. I really do. And that's the pitch that we're going to use when we go to these premium real estate groups. So there's a couple things that we need to do. I want to, one, work on the pitch, but two, we need to create an experience around the gift sets and around the sauces that emulates that premium experience that I was talking about. I'm thinking simple, sleek, a black box with probably that gray pepper overlay that we like to use on our sell sheets. A gold embossed Sauce Daddy logo on the top of the box, windows for the sauces maybe. I want it to kind of open up like the doors open up to the sauces. You can see the cookbook, just an experience. It needs to be an experience. When I first started this business, when I first started Sauce Daddy, the whole reason why, beyond the fact that I had a sauce that people really enjoyed and I wanted to see how far it could go, was that I wanted an avenue to explore my creativity. As an engineer, or just as a person in general, usually people don't really get to use their creativity that much. You're just stuck in this engineering world, Excel spreadsheets. You come home, you go on TikTok, whatever the fuck. I wanted something that I would be able to I like being creative. I like making new things. I like designing things. I wanted something that would allow me to explore my creativity. And this past year, I've been so steeped in the business side of things, in creating a system that can exist without me, that I haven't really been able to do that creative side of it, to work on that experience part of it. But that is the business. That is the thing that'll separate us from everything else that's out there. There's a million different hot sauces out there. Not just that. There's a million of anything out there. Every person, at least here in America, really the world, has infinity at their fingertips at any given moment. Anyone with a phone can look up anything in the world and have it at their doorstep probably within a week. The next day, if they've really got it like that. So what does that mean? What is the difference between a product, a commodity, and a brand? A brand is an experience. A brand is something that, as a person, you can find yourself in and support and see yourself in and enjoy. And despite the fact that there's a million other things in this world, like what you're showing me right now, I am invested in this one because you have brought me something that the rest of them have not. That is what we have to tap into if you want Sauce Daddy to differentiate itself. And I think that's something that we're doing already, but that's something that we have to remind ourselves to continue to do as we grow this business, because it's so easy to get caught up in the business side of it and burn yourself out. I really do feel burnt out. A lot of the creative things I used to do just across the board, even for myself personally, I really don't do anymore. I don't play guitar anymore. I don't draw anymore. I don't sing. I mean, I could never do it well, but I don't sing anymore. It's just, we've got to get back to those creative things and kind of tap into that well before we lose it. And I don't think it's something that it might be something that you lose. You know, I do think creativity is how God speaks to us. And hopefully he continues to speak to me and through me, which I believe he will, because he's doing it right now as I talk to you guys. So, but that's something that we have to remind ourselves of. An experience. We are creating an experience. And the experience that we create, we can then share with other people, other businesses, other groups, and allow them to tap into that experience in order to further their goals as well. Right? We have to solve problems. We have to solve problems. That is the way to unlimited resources. And that is the pitch that we have to have when we come to these realtors. We are helping you give an experience to your clients, whereas everyone else is giving them commodities. You are changing their life. Not only are you going to change their life by getting them into a new home, you're going to change their life by changing their diet. You've changed their life forever. You've changed their meals forever, their dinner forever. The dinner table is a sacred place, especially for if it's a homeowner, they probably have a family. You just reinvigorated the dinner table, man. You've brought them something that they can all enjoy. Tell them the story about there's this family that buys our sauce. Their kids love our sauce too. And every time they have taco night, they bring out Sauce Daddy. The whole family goes, Sauce Daddy! Sauce Daddy! They really do. The dad, the mom, the two kids, they all go, Sauce Daddy! Every time they're at the dinner table eating our stuff. That's something that your family could do. And that's going to separate you from all the other guys that are going through the same talking points and giving them stuff that you get at Chuck E. Cheese. Something else I need to talk about. I've created a sales goal for the guys. By September 7th, I want to sell $45,000 through the business. So, and I think it's very possible, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it just by selling a case here and there to restaurants in Huntsville, especially if they're doing food service stuff. They're gonna buy 2 jugs of our sauces for $50 and keep it pushing. We need to start moving weight to people who will actually give our stuff away. So I want to put them in position to where they can hit that goal. And I think that this is a great way to do it. So I want to create that foundation for them. And then, hell, I'd love to lead by example and get a deal, get a realtor on board, and then show them, hey guys, look at what I did. Look what we can do. And then let them go hunt. I've got to lead by example. I'm the guy. So let's get into this airport. Let's knock this out real quick, and then let's go sit down and really hash out this pitch, our list of targets, and have it ready for the guys by Monday, because we got to start ripping and rolling. It's June 14th, man. I feel like I've slept through half the year. So let's get moving.